Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 100 Wonders of the World. Today, we'll be talking about Saudi Arabia, the Sacred Mosque of Mecca. That's in Saudi Arabia. The continent is Asia. Mecca, the very mention of the name fills the hearts of Muslims everywhere with emotion and longing. Every year, millions of pilgrims journey to the city that is the birthplace of the Prophet Mohammed. Mecca, also known as Makka, is located in the desert-like depression between the coastal plain and the highlands of the interior of the Arabian Peninsula. Each year, millions of pilgrims from all over the world journey to Islam's holiest site to pray at the birthplace of the Prophet Muhammad. Born in Mecca around 570, he brought the words of Allah to the Arabs and founded the religion of Islam. The Hajj, which is the Muslim word of pilgrimage, brings huge crowds of believers to Mecca's Sacred Mosque. Al-Masjid al-Haram, one of the largest Islamic sacred buildings in the world. For Muslims, a pilgrimage to Mecca, called the Hajj, is one of the 5 pillars of faith. That means every able-bodied Muslim with the means to afford the journey is required to make the Hajj at least once. The pilgrim's ultimate goal is the Kaaba, Islam's century sanctuary. The name means cube, a reference to its shape, but devout Muslims call it Bait Allah, the house of God. Its dimensions are 39 by 34 and by 49 feet. It is located in the enormous interior courtyard of the Sacred Mosque. The Kaaba is completely covered by thick black tapestry called the Kisba. Pieces of the so-called black stone Al-Hajar al-Aswad are built into its southwest corner. According to tradition, these are the stones Abraham received from the Archangel Gabriel to help build the Kaaba. Scientists believe that these are fragments of meteoroid, although this remains an assumption. The stones have never been subjected to scientific analysis. During the Hajj, pilgrims circle the Kaaba 7 times in a clockwise direction, praising Allah as they to do so. A procession known as the Tawaf, which with each revolution the pilgrims attempt to touch or kiss the black stone that, along with the Kaaba itself, defines the direction that Muslims face during the daily prayers, no matter where they are in the world. Tradition says that the Kaaba was the world's first sacred building, erected by Adam himself, only to be forgotten for many centuries before Abraham and his son Ismail were led there by God and told to rebuild. The Kaaba has been an Islamic sanctuary since 632, when it was the focus of violent civil conflict between Muslims and not-believing Meccans, as well as the focus of disputes among the Muslims themselves. As late as 931, the black stone was stolen and taken to Bahrain, only to be returned to Mecca 20 years later after lengthy diplomatic negotiation. Mecca was conquered by Egypt in the 13th century and was controlled by the Ottoman Turks from the 16th century onward. In 1630, Sultan Murad commissioned the rebuilding of the Sacred Mosque. Sheikh Hussein Ibn Ali, the Sultan of Mecca, was finally able to free the city from Turkish control in 1916. He also made the city into religious center of Saudi Arabia and the entire Muslim world that it is today. A genuine metropolis with 1.2 million year-round inhabitants. That number can swell to 3 million in the pilgrimage season. Although non-Muslims are not permitted to enter Mecca, the word has entered many languages as a universal metaphor for the goal of any purposeful journey. Now let's look at some of the facts. The name. The city is known as Mecca, or in a more accurate transliteration, Al-Makka. Sanctuary. The central shrine is the Kaaba. In the interior courtyard of the Sacred Mosque,